Okay, alright, let's see what your answers are then. Okay, no one got that one. That is actually, I'll write it down.
No way!
That's
surprising.
Yeah. Okay. Who am I? Alright, you guys know now. Next one, okay. So, Karen, would you please start off this one?
I work for a university. I'm a parent of 2.
Chris?
I enjoy playing games, especially anything related to either Star Wars or Harry Potter. Love those series.
I'm trying to advance my career at the university.
But I do sometimes tire of seeing the politics that plays out before my eyes.
Yeah.
I will play the game if I have to. Better to play than get played, but I won't be a complete puppet either. I have my code and I live by it.
I'm a teacher through and through. I love my students and nothing is ever going to change that.
Okay. Very difficult, unless you've taught this person a lot, I would say. But I do believe I would probably get that after teaching her 2 or 3 times. And there's a hint there, because I just said her. Yeah. No pressure to get the right answer for these exercises. Today is food for thought. That maybe perhaps I need to know my students a little bit better. So, who am I? Please look at 6 on Karen's page. You got it, nice one. Yeah, okay, all of you got that one, very nice. Okay, let's do an easy one to finish off. This one's going to be very easy. Alright, Karen?
If I'm late, I'm fashionably late.
Chris?
The sky's the limit. We decide what we can and cannot do.
Ricky?
I'm not obsessed with money, but it finds its way into my hands because I work harder than anyone.
People wonder why I don't have my own clinic.
Chris?
Simple reason is I can't be tied down to one place. That's not me.
I've done pretty well for myself so far, but the best is yet to come. Watch me.
Yes.
It's too long.
I wrote this before you started putting the descriptions. I was like,
The first one, alright.
You can look at Ricky's answer.
Ah.
Does it make sense now that you... So, the
5 or so minutes.
Yeah, I think if I'm late, I'm fashionably late. Already narrowed it down to 2 people. Right, so, yeah. Who am I, right? Alright, so Karen?
Safe to say, it goes a long way.
It goes a long way when you know your students very well, right? You know what makes them tick, you know what motivates them. You can flesh out any conversation. You can get their energy up when they're a bit low. And, you know, if they seem disinterested, you know how to make it about something that they are interested in. It really pays to know your student very well. Okay, and Ricky?
Running out of conversation material.
Chris?
Struggling to make relatable examples.
Karen?
These problems will become a distant memory.
Yeah, they will. They really will.
We'll say it once more.
It really helps to know your student well.
Good. Right, so Karen?
What is kindness?
What is kindness? So we spoke about kindness earlier. Is kindness the lack of strictness? Is kindness the lack of firmness? Is kindness beta, passive, reactive, never thinking for myself? Is that what kindness is? A lot of people misunderstand kindness as a weakness, right? It can be in a lot of situations, right? So let's think about that a little bit. Right, so Karen?
Kindness isn't just about being nice.
Kindness isn't a passive or reactive attribute as many believe.
In fact, kindness is actually about taking initiative for people.
Yeah, So it's not beta, passive, reactive. No.
About taking interest in others.
Even when that interest isn't always reciprocated.
Yeah, I think a lot of my students are probably not even 10% as interested in my life as I am in theirs, you know. And I do believe I'm paying kindness to them by being okay with that, because I'm there to serve them as their teacher. And it helps me and it helps them to know them better and be more interested in them. In other words, kindness isn't a weakness.
It takes strength.
And true character.
Yes, kindness takes strength and character. It takes true strength and true character to be kind. Because it's not the easy thing to do. In most situations, the easy thing to do is to look out for number one, look out for me. Put some respect on my name, you know, right? It's easy to look out for yourself. It takes true character and strength to be kind, but people don't see it that way. They see it as weakness. They see it as meekness. It's a difference between being meek and being kind. And that's a very important distinction in life. All right, so 350 out of 510 mana points. So this person has used some mana points here, okay? Putting kindness into practice. Level 5 kindness skills, right? Very basic kindness skills. This is like tail whip and scratch and tackle, yeah? Okay? Important, but easy to master. I'm not saying these skills are not important, but they're very easy to master. They don't use a lot of mana points, okay? So Karen, please read this one.
Praise, 5 mana points. Shower them with compliments. You're amazing.
Nothing wrong with that. It's very important to know how to compliment people, right? But it's a very basic move. Okay, next one, Chris.
Smile, 3 mana points. Smiles are infectious. Let's spread feel-good energy.
Okay, well, these are all very important things. I think smiling, we can forget to smile a lot in lessons. We can go a whole lesson without smiling a whole lot, you know? So these are not insignificant. They are important skills, actually. But they're easy skills to master, right, as a teacher. All right, level 40 kindness skills. Very, very high-level techniques. Okay, so Ricky.
The highest techniques of kindness.
All right, let's read encourage too, Ricky.
Encourage, 13 mana points. Probe them to make more use of their strengths. Ask for more because they are capable of more.
Exactly, right? You are capable of more, so I'm asking for more from you, right? This is encouragement. Encouragement is a higher form of praise. You know, in Pokemon, you have Ember and then you have Flamethrower, right? That's Ember there, that's Flamethrower there, right? You know, they're the same thing, really. Praising and encouraging are very, very similar, but encouraging is more difficult than praising. Okay, and Chris?
Motivate, 15 mana points. Help them keep their eyes on the prize. They've come a long way, but there is still a long way to go, and much more to be achieved.
Good, yeah. And then Karen?
Understand, 22 mana points. Know them like the back of your hand. Speak to them in a language that they can understand. Are you dealing with someone that performs better with affirmation, or with someone that needs and wants to eliminate their weaknesses and therefore appreciates some detailed feedback?
It pays to know. It pays to know your student. The student that was a decent soccer player back in the day and that deals with terminally ill patients, if the teacher understands who he is and what he is, it really helps because he appreciates very, very detailed and anal feedback. He'll never complain about small corrections, about S's or D's or missing out on wills. He appreciates that. He appreciates that. And if you know that, you know exactly how to get the best out of him and how to keep him pleased. Everyone wins, right? The teacher wins, the student wins. And I believe understanding your student is the most energy and time consuming thing. This is not teachers in classrooms. This is any kind of position where you have some authority and responsibility for people working for you. Understanding every individual you work with is a very, very hard thing, and it's a very tiring thing, you know? And end of phase 2. So this is kindness. For me, kindness is revolving around the idea that it's not just about being submissive and passive and reactive. Kindness is actually taking initiative. Chris, in a lot of ways, is extremely kind because he takes initiative for me. Hugo, let's grab a beer sometime. Not many people do that with me, actually. A lot of the people I know, knowing I'm Hugo, think Hugo's going to take initiative. And they wait. but I would like someone to take initiative every now and then. Chris understands that. That's an act of kindness that he shows me. I'll go somewhere closer to you. I know you're a busy guy, Hugo. That's again going out of his way to be kind to me. I really appreciate that. He understands me very well. That being said, I'll go closer to you next time, Chris, because you're always coming to where I am, you know? So kindness is not meekness. It's not weakness. It's not passivity. It's not submissiveness. It's none of these things. Kindness is taking initiative and going out of your way to consider what people need, what people want, and seeing if you can do something to help them, right? That's what real kindness is. So it's strength. It takes character. And I think that is where kindness and assertiveness are actually not two opposing ideas and values, as so many people would think. You would think, assertive kindness, how do you do that? They're polar opposites. I don't really see it that way. I believe that true kindness is a bit of assertiveness. And I believe being assertive actually takes a lot of kindness, because being assertive requires you to often think what's best for the person that you're speaking with. Sometimes leaves you with no choice but to take the path of most resistance, as opposed to the path of least resistance, right? So I believe that assertiveness and kindness are actually two things hand in hand. I don't believe that they're necessarily opposing forces, right? End of phase 2, let's take a short break. In the third section, it's going to be a lot less lecture-y, and we're going to be playing some games, watching some videos, okay? But we can take a short 5-10 minute break for now. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to clap for you guys. Let's clap for each other, because that was quite loaded. There was a lot to process there, so good job, guys. Okay, the next round of drinks is on me. Does anyone want a drink? Put your hand up if you want a drink.
Oh, I would take coffee, please.
Take a coffee, Ricky?
May I have another one of these?
Sure. Karen?
I'm good, thank you.
You good?
Yeah.
All right, excellent.